Stan and I at the Boost Mobile casting desk for this match, and the next two as well. Even though Liquid obviously have their coach standing in for them, I think stylistically it's a very interesting matchup, especially on Inferno. I think we're going to see aggressive CT sides from both teams, but for me, I fancy Liquid. Where do you stand at?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I think Henry was talking about how this map sort of favors Vega Squadron's style, and I'm again like Liquid are playing with Zeus, but Zeus has been great. It's very hard to know which way to go, but I'm sort of leaning towards Vega. That's where I went on the prediction, but the action will speak for us here. The pistol round has started. Liquid, as you can see on the CT side, putting 4 players towards A at the moment. Perhaps a read as to what Vega Squadron like to do, but Vega are just playing it slow towards Banana at the moment, so let's just see who can start off the action. Where's first blood? There it is. Kashanda delivers first blood. That's the coach gone.
Nitro's had a short duel in the Banana position. I think he might have been headshot, actually. Those Glocks doing 85 damage on that occasion. So he's had to back off, and he's the only person on that site for the time being. And Vega Squadron are still, Liquid is still leaving him there alone. Now, if he was headshot, they'll know that. They'll see that explosion of Crimson, but they're moving into the B bomb site. So what does Liquid have planned? Nitro's got to deliver more than 1 kill. 2 is a very good start. They're moving into construction. Definitely wants to keep his gun out. Can't get any more done, but that was more than you could necessarily ask for.
Yeah, just the 2 kills were fantastic, weren't they? But slight chances, but this gets absolutely shut down. Hachi! Really clean stuff from him. Showing up Nitro, perhaps. Now down to the sniper of Team Liquid. Although no sniper for him. The USP silenced is what he has to work with as he tries to creep in here, but you can see Vega doing it very well here. Trying to take it slow, trying to make it a short thing, and it will be. Mir with the finishing shot, and Vega with the pistol round. The all-important pistol round. Liquid, they're off to the force buy, I would imagine. It's never nice on the CT side.
Good start, though, from Nitro. He's been an important person in this tournament for Team Liquid, and to see him kicking things off with a 2K in a difficult position is promising for Team Liquid, to say the least. But yes, indeed, they will be on the pistol. Some deagles being purchased. Not everybody with a full investment. Some money will be left in the hole for the Liquid side. Of course, JDM 1,500 in the bank. He will be good for the AWP on the first buy round. And that's very important. I think a lot of teams with a dedicated sniper sometimes have the whole team force buying and don't really start as you mean to go on, which can be a mistake.
Yeah, sometimes the Kevlar is just not necessary, especially if you want the deagles. The kind of engagements you're going to be up with or looking to get, you don't really need to take bullets. I mean, you're going to be peeking out very quickly, firing off from a pixel angle. And so if you take bullets, well, then perhaps you played it a bit wrong, or maybe overextended, as we see there. But JR, very fast timing as well. Didn't really expect that from Nitro's perspective. And Vega Squadron now have a potential opening. And, I mean, again, just with the MAC-10s that they have, they can get so much information and not feel as though they are potentially risking all that much. Nice little setup here in the apartments. Will Kashanda be able to spot this out? Oh, actually, JDM. Very, very poor choice of timing from him. And looks like it's going to be a clean round, unless Zeus could get something. He has been so consistent with that CZ, but not now. 2-0 now for Vega and a clean round.
Yeah, that's a difficult round for Team Liquid, not getting a single kill. They have 3 kills in the match so far, and that's fantastic for Vega Squadron. Another great opportunity to build loads of cash, so should the worst happen in the next round, they can go for that super reset. Again, this is an elimination match. Whoever loses this is out. They join the sorry faces on the bench until the next major, if they're lucky. 4 grenades on Team Liquid, and they've all gone towards B, and here they come raining in, but not towards a tree position, so Chopper will just be plain watching the grenades fly by. Twist and Zeus, though, have 2 more.
I like that, the delay there on the last ones, but now it's just a stack, and JR might be able to figure it out. Gets 1 frag, and he has all the freedom to just keep going, and see what he can find. His teammates all the while are also pushing the A side of the map, getting all the information there as well. And so, things look really under control at the moment for Vega Squadron. If they can somehow manage to come away with 5 players surviving this round as well, that's going to really help out in the future. It's kind of rare that you'll see an anti-force buy round from the T side not lose any players. Okay, well, there's 1 frag. That will obviously be Vega now also figuring out that A is completely clear, so they're in an amazing stead here.
Yeah, lots of time on the clock. In European Counter-Strike, we've mentioned it before, when the CTs are on eco, I will be curious to see if Team Liquid will pick up lots of smoke grenades and try to slow Vega Squadron down. They managed to get onto the site with good timing on this particular round, but of course, this isn't the round where Liquid would be spending some money for some nonsense. Just holding position, Liquid, with these last 3 players, always been a disciplined team. Team Liquid. Other teams may just run at their opponent, get it over and done with, but especially with 2 MAC-10s in tow, that's a big kill bonus if some Vega Squadron manage to pick somebody off with Chopper or Kashanda. And Liquid don't want to give that extra money away.
I like it. I like it from both sides. Now is the real test though. Liquid, as you mentioned on the first round where you may expect a force buy, they didn't invest fully. And I think that is the correct way to go about it on Inferno. You need loads of grenades, primarily to take control over some of the positions such as Banana. Without having that extra amount of money for the incendiaries, it becomes very, very difficult to do so. That said, even though they did save a bunch of cash, they'll still be light on utility, but JDM will be able to afford Kevlar as well as an AWP, and also gets the helmet, and that's very smart too, because they'll know that the MAC-10s are still out, which could indicate that Vega want to play a faster round. And so far they have no pressure towards Banana, but Liquid won't see that just yet.
That's a very quick start from Vega Squadron, and Liquid, they were very aggressive with JDM top mid on the previous game of Inferno. Maybe Vega Squadron are expecting that very fast play. Twist manages to get 2 though, traded eventually, but Zeus has held down his position for the time being. 4 smokes down around the A site. He'll back off as Nitro and ELEAGUE rotate.
Chopper and Kashanda left. Chopper, one of the dangerous players against Liquid in that game they previously played on Mirage. He had an amazing performance. And this is a pretty decent post-plant situation for Vega Squadron, just tossing all the guns around, getting Chopper onto the AK. And now waiting patiently. These positions are fairly telegraphed, but they are just generally quite strong. So if Chopper and Kashanda get good timings, they should be okay here. They can connect these shots. Here's the first one. Oh, the flashbang is pretty good on the timing, but still, Kashanda and Chopper. Great team play between one another, able to circumvent the utility used by Liquid to the attack and hold the defense into their 4th round on the board.
Looks like Vega Squadron have been doing their homework. That first pick onto JDM so fast. Very rare you see such a quick frag of a CT player in the apartment that isn't from the balcony position, so that was quite curious. Another question is, if Vega Squadron have been looking at what JDM has been doing around top mid on previous matches, can Liquid adjust on the next buy round? I didn't even get a chance to say Nitro and ELEAGUE on the B bomb site is quite a dangerous combo, and I would pick Nitro as one of my players for a GoTV pick, as well as Chopper, actually. Those would be my 2 GoTV picks. On the previous Inferno again, Zeus often had support from, I want to say, ELEAGUE in the arch position on some rounds, so we'll see how that plays out. But for now, Vega Squadron seem very firmly in control. Again, there's only 7 kills in total for Team Liquid, so Vega Squadron full of cash at present. The teeth are sharp on this team.
So Vega is playing a much slower round, keeping that pace very light at the moment, just to make sure that if Liquid gets curious, they can capitalize. But there is the curious peek from Nitro, and he will be punished. But JR caught off by the elevated position of ELEAGUE, although he will reposition. Though no support, and it should be pretty easy for Chopper to take him down. It starts to go for the wrap. There it is. Bomb site now secured on B, and these pistols have been dealt with. Bomb can be planted, and the round should be won now by Vega. The question really is, how much extra damage? Well, there's a shot. Still actually opportunity for more. Twist and Zeus with the pistols. You can't count them out. This is very dangerous.
It's a 2-on-2 now. Zeus is closing the distance, and he's got the CZ, so indeed, danger is rife. They could go for the boost here. They need to act fast, whatever they decide to do. There isn't really time, if you want to win this round, to go spamming through the smoke so much. Got to get something done. Zeus very patiently indeed. Now the 2 versus 1. Oh, Chopper with the spray down. I was about to ask a question, can they really do this? But no, Chopper denies them.
Oof. And it should never have come to that point. That was, I mean, one of the things that is really awesome for Vega in this situation is that because they played some of the previous rounds so clean, the first two after the pistol in particular, it really helps them to sustain heavy losses like that. But that should not have gone that way. Maybe losing 2 players at most, but Vega Squadron, they will be 5-0 at the very least for them, and Liquid now, and the strongest buy we've seen them with. Full utility, all back onto JDM. Let's see if they can have a better go of things here.
Will we see that hyper-aggression from JDM once again? Kashanda making his way into apartments as Mir makes his way onto the balcony. So once more, Vega Squadron with a very fast take of apartments, looking for JDM. But as you can see, he's in a more common position for a sniper rifle. Nitro and ELEAGUE towards the bomb site. And there are 3 players slowly taking Banana. Again, the Molotov bounces to the right of the window, lands behind the sandbags, just as a flashbang would. Very powerful grenades for the T side. Very difficult to hold Banana if you're a CT. Very expensive as well.
And look at this, 1 minute left, and there's only 1 smoke grenade left on Team Liquid. So this slow pace for Vega Squadron has been paying off. They have a decent amount of utility. It's going to get harder and harder for Liquid to hold on to these forward positions. If they should make an information play, they could get caught by JR and his AWP, but screw information plays. Vega Squadron pressing into the site twist. He's been pretty good from the pin position. JDM has a good position as well, but slowly but surely his teammates are dead. And now he's alone with everything to do by himself. JDM! Oh my goodness, can he get another one? No, JR will deny him, but JDM I think has done enough.
CT's pushing through the smoke, it seems. The Legion Nitro, here they come, slightly separated. JR's got a box to play with, to dance around, but he's got to land his next shot, doesn't get an opportunity. ELEAGUE will take him out, pick up the AWP as well, and they're just going to look for anything else they can collect, grenades, diffuse kits, so on and so forth. Liquid finally on the board, and they will choose to get the second sniper rifle as well, so a change in approach from Liquid. We'll see how it pays off for them. And it's important that they got so many kills in the eco round as well, because Vega still had a lot of money moving into this round, but they've made life a lot easier for themselves should they be able to win another round.
That second kill from JDM, that's a hard one to get, and if he doesn't get that kill, Vega are actually very favorable. That's such a huge kill from JDM to just eke out that extra one in a spot where you could, just getting that single kill that he got, you'd think, okay, well, that's pretty good going. So it could be the chance now for Liquids. Let's see what else they've got in their bag of tricks here. They are opting to play much more passively on Banana in this round. Hold on to more utility. That's the benefit you get, but the cost is lack of information.
Yeah, Nitro was holding the angle of the AWP. There was some pre-fire from Vega Squadron, took some slight damage, but nothing too crazy. And now he's slowly getting forced back, and JR expects to re-peek once the smoke goes down, showing mental prowess there, JR. Nitro got truly outplayed with that one.
Yeah, that is some really sick reads right there, that's for sure. Vega Squadron had an amazing situation right now. 5v4, 1 minute left. They've got a man top Banana, securing that, just keeping eyes on what the CTs are doing there, getting info. And now his team is taking top middle. Vega Squadron have all the options. They can split A, they can keep pressuring, they can secure a lurker there, then double back in towards Banana. There's all the options that play for them. But sometimes that's where teams falter. If there's too many good options, we'll have to see if they pick one and stick to it. ELEAGUE with a kill towards Hutchie, lurking in towards Banana, and this will just tell Liquid that it's going to be A.
30 seconds remain. Zeus making his way through the library position, and Chopper can't really stop it because of the smoke thrown by the T's. 25 seconds now, but Chopper's edging towards Arch, edging towards the site, and Zeus has got back. He's rotated around, he's made a hole in the defenses. Some spray coming in, but all the frags flying in for Team Liquid. The bomb's got to go down now. JDM's dropped the bomb carrier though, looking for the snap onto Beer, but time is of the essence for Vega Squadron. There were a lot of interesting things happening in the mid to late round there. So Hutchie's position, he was very deep in the corner of Banana, and I think he could hear Zeus running along Speedway towards B. Because when that happens, Vega Squadron was starting to move up Arch with Chopper, but then Zeus started running back towards A, and Hutchie was still in the same position. And once that happened, the bomb started to rotate towards the B bomb site, but Hutchie was creeping through a smoke and got taken out, so that the bomb had to go back to A. So I think they got the information that there was only one person on the B bomb site because of Zeus's rotations. So if Hutchie doesn't go down, they probably make the play towards B, but because he did, they had to go last minute back towards A, and it didn't quite work out for them.
Well, the information that I need is that JDM is playing like a god right now. JDM is actually playing really remarkably well on these really tight positions, close range, all battles, clutch shots. And Twist is being consistent as well. Right now, Liquid are looking, even though they only have 2 rounds, it feels like they're very, very scary, and this could get out of control for Vega if they're unable to find at least a lot of damage here, because that's the one thing that could work out for them. If they can get a bomb plant, get a bunch of damage onto Liquid's economy, they can keep Liquid in sort of some level of control, but otherwise things could get very out of control very soon here with the form we're seeing. Now, as you said before, ELEAGUE and Nitro, they're meant to beat on the B-bomb site. And in comes the utility. Great counter smoke from Liquid. That will slow things down. And there's no option for Vega to go back. And oh my god, it gets even worse. A gap in the smoke gives a frag to ELEAGUE.
Nitro and ELEAGUE still got some flashbangs. Nitro's holding the angle though, which is a lot more important. ELEAGUE is a dab hand at bouncing a flashbang over the barrels. Throwing it into Paul, also an option. And now Zeus has made his way towards the CT position, but now he's running away from the A site because he can throw a pop flash into Paul if he's fast enough. I think he's just deployed it, but is it going to be in time? It might slow things down. There's a flashbang again. ELEAGUE with a 2-man spray down, and he must hear the third. And last player, Mir. 9 seconds left, and ELEAGUE will spray him down as well. Too many places for Mir to look. Looks the wrong way. Shot in the back of the head. 4 players survive for Liquid, making the money now.
Big hold from ELEAGUE. It was an impressive peak to take down Nitro as fast as it happened, but yeah, the form is looking pretty nuts. ELEAGUE also showing a very clean series of kills there, very good spray control. And you can see that gap in the smoke. It's just ever such a slight gap, but that's one of the big differences with the new Inferno. That choke point is much, much wider. And so things like that can happen if you're not perfect with your smoke placement. Now JDM, oh, he gets 2 actually, 2 connections with that shot. Hutchie and JR critically low. Oh my.
JDM just reminding them, I'm not afraid to continue my aggressive ways. I know you're expecting it, but how about this? How about 100 plus damage? JDM ready for the flick, or is he? Mir, will there be a flash to burst through the smoke? No grenades actually on this T side at this point. So it will be human shields, cannon fodder. Someone's got to take one for the team. Will it be Mir? Oh, he's teaming with the gun. In the meantime, Zeus is padding them stats, baby. Although he has got the bomb, so they are impact frags, officially. Kashanda, last man to fall. 0 damage done by Vega Squadron. Liquid catching up very quickly indeed.
Yeah, it looks really good for them. I don't know what Vega are going to do to try to beat them out at this point, because a lot of these tease rounds as well, Vega have created really good advantages. To be honest, there was that one round where I was like, oh, you know, they've got so many good options here. I wonder how it's going to go wrong, because it almost seems like an inevitability when a team has all these good options to play with that something does go wrong, and we saw it there. That Hutchie was unable to make much of his timing on B. The push into A was shut down. They didn't have enough numbers. It was too, at that point, telegraphed due to Hutchie going down as the lurker towards Banana. And now we get the pause, we get the ponderings, or rather the ponderous moments for Vega to think, what do they do? What do we do to beat out this defense? A double up setup now, Nitro and JDM.
While Nitro is on the AWP, probably better to watch ELEAGUE towards the B bomb site. He is getting the line share. While Nitro might pick one player off, it's down to ELEAGUE to get the multi-kills for the most part. Well, that's what's expected. Zeus has gone for an apartments push into second mid, but he's not overextending. Not going to go right to the window. That can often be suicide on the new Inferno. Life is not as it was. Traditional setup for Liquid. Again, Nitro was holding the angle, and he's back there. I saw he was flashed on the map, the big map. But he'll still fire off some warning shots, and he's going to reposition with ELEAGUE on the B bomb site. We'll keep an eye to see if Zeus rotates back and forth once again. This time Zeus doesn't have any flashbangs, so if he does rotate towards B, he won't be able to drop a flashbang into pool. And it's such a powerful flash when you've still got CTs on the B site.
Really is very tough. And Vega, they're going to give it a go. Get them nades in. Make life difficult. There's the first flashbang. Nitro, does he have a good angle for a repeat? Unable to find anything just yet. Going past the smoke. Committed. The flick comes in, gets one. But the trading is solid from Vega Squadron. In a 4 versus 3. This looks really good for them now. Zeus, though, in a forward position in construction. Actually pushing as deep as he can here. Flush to the smoke, and Vega do not have control of that position. This could offer a chance now for Liquid as they start to come in for this retake.
No more smokes for the T side. Open season for JDM if they give him an opportunity. One Molotov went to new box and nobody was there. What can I identify from this? Dark Spot and Banana. JDM with 1 kill, but the rest, Vega Squadron, too many players, too many superior angles, and Liquid get wiped out. That's an expensive round for Team Liquid. They do have money in the bank, however. JDM's almost on $10,000, so there is a way back into this in the short term for Team Liquid. The double sniper rifles will continue along with the M4s. Good grenades as well for Liquid, so see if they can turn the tide. Now, the problem for Liquid was they didn't really have much information seeking beyond the first 10-15 seconds of the round there, so they were woefully unprepared for the B push. A nice flash attempt from Nitro off the wall into that pool area I've been talking about, but with the AWP, it's always going to be hard to get more than 1 kill.
Yeah, it's and also by no means have Vega sort of figured out the best way to deal with what Liquid are doing at the moment, because I think like Liquid are relying on just playing a very strong defense, and this is an adjustment that teams have made against Vega Squadron, and they've decided to just not take many risks and not give opportunities for Vega to get a pick early in the round, and instead just relying on very solid setups. So far it's been panning out wonderfully well for Liquid, as it has other teams too, as they've adjusted against Vega over the course of this tournament. But the peaks are coming in. Very nice spacing there from Hutchie and Chopper. Take down Zeus. Now they threaten the wrapped way, but they don't have to commit to that just yet.
Molotov in the apartments will keep people busy for the time being, but running through now on the balcony. Twiz got someone to deal with. Wasn't expecting that push from Kashanda, it seems. 3 versus 4, and once again, JDM's in an awkward position, but still delivering the frags, still dancing around the pillar and buying time. Nitro, 1 versus 2 now, coming in from the library position. Both T's on the side. They've got no smokes, and they need to cross. He doesn't know necessarily that both are here. But will JR peak the angle? Even if JR stands completely still, he's at a very strong advantage. Nitro has a flash, although if he chooses to throw it, then he won't be scoped anymore. Oh, JR misses the shot somehow. Does he go for the shot through the pillar? Bouncing the flash off, that might give JR superiority, but he doesn't need to peek. He can let his teammate peek, but he better be good for this trade. HE running out of time, those Nitro. Is he going to commit to this? 1 versus 1, now he's got to land fast, and he won't. JR does it. They wipe out Liquid 2 rounds in a row, and surely it's Eco Town for the North Americans.
I gotta say that shot onto Hutchie was a bit disgusting from Nitro. Not sure how he got that kill, but he is Nitro. He's definitely the MVP of Liquid for me, at least on all the games that we've seen. Such a crazy series of performances. Vega Squadron, though, they're doing a really good job here, actually managing to show that they can still, win these rounds. Even though Liquid, as I mentioned, were playing these passive setups, Vega have been relying on their set pieces, and they've actually been working out pretty well so far. So this game is absolutely on. Liquid in trouble, having to go for that eco. And Vega, they haven't really dropped the ball at all when we're looking at these anti-eco rounds so far. They've looked pretty consistent. Nothing too catastrophic has happened, really, so no reason to doubt them here. No Mac 10 for anybody, though. That's always nice when someone has a Mac 10 in these rounds. Now, just building a group towards that banana area. And they can just walk in. They've only got 1 Molotov, though, which is a bit of a sad shame. But what they have is definitely enough, considering that we know that there's only 1 man on this B-bomb site. So Vega have picked the correct sites. The coin flip has worked out very well for them.
1 player spotted. Nitro holding on for dear life, hugging the pillar, hugging the wall, but they will not save him. So now we see what the rest of Liquid choose to do. No Mac 10s in play this time. Perhaps they will go for exits. Vega Squadron may ask questions of CT spawn, and if they find it clear, they could all go the same way, not give anything away to Team Liquid. But JR already has an angle down banana, so we'll see what they choose to do. Liquid's buy next round isn't going to be good. JDM's going to have an AWP. He will have $6,000, but the rest of the team will be on around 4,400. So it's not going to be good, and that may mean aggression for Team Liquid. But how do they make it work? Risks might have to be taken, especially with Vega Squadron's early presence in apartments on a number of rounds. It may be spawn dependent. Lots of questions to be answered by Liquid in a few seconds from now.
Yeah, and the question as well is also how Vega interpret what Liquid will do, because they're going to be tracking their money pretty effectively. And let's not forget, the loser of this match is eliminated from playoff contention at this major. That means that we could potentially see Liquid being eliminated by Vega Squadron. That would be a pretty huge upset, even though Liquid are playing with a stand-in who is their coach, Zeus. That would still be a massive upset and a big breakout performance from Vega, or only, well, an additional argument to cement that this is a breakout performance from them, going from strength to strength. Right, so managed to scrounge together just enough here. Oh, taking the angle, that's not a shot JDM could afford to miss. 5 versus 4 very early onto this round, and control of banana for very little.
Nitro's managed to collect that AWP. I think JDM actually did fire a shot as well, so I'm not sure how you missed that one. Again, when you have a scope through flames, it can be difficult to see your opponent, but there we go. ELEAGUE now rotating towards the A side, but can he get there in time? Zeus has a crossfire with Twist, but there are so many people here for the T side, and Zeus is blind. Chopper takes Twist's head off, and there goes Zeus in isolation. Manages to get 1 kill out of it, but this is safe territory again for Team Liquid. The score is going to be 4-9. Not a good CT half for the North Americans, but this looks great for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, look at Mir on 3 kills, JR on 14. Wow, JR having a game. And he's really scary too on that T side. We've seen it previously when Vega have played on this T side. They like to get the AWP on him, and he's really effective at just winning these peaks. We saw it in this round against JDM. Of course, JDM did miss his shot, but JR does seem to be eerily consistent on some of these peaks, and it is not easy to do ever since that change to the crouching speed was made onto the AWP. Now, Liquid looking like they'll survive with the 2 guns. And the loss bonus is getting bigger and bigger, but as we can see, it is all about the rounds at this point. And there's the peak, and JR just hitting that. I'm not sure if he saw anything there or if he just took the shot, just sort of went for a bit of a pre-fire.
I wonder if JDM was still moving while he took his shot. I saw him strafing. Well, the AWP, okay, so they're going to buy around what they have. Let's see if it's going to work out for Team Liquid. 2 more rounds to fight for. Vega Squadron continue to impress. It's so hard to pick these teams at the moment, because it's like, have they run out of surprises? Are they going to be solved, figured out now? But for the time being, the answer is no. Nitro rotating early towards the A bomb site, and this is really important because Vega Squadron are about to bundle out with no grenades whatsoever, nobody looking. Twist caught unawares, finally dead. Zeus having to run through the smoke, but this round may already be over.
A big contact play, big results. And again, the question is, do we just go for a save? And the answer is yes. Even Zeus should really think about saving here, because to be able to effectively drop for his teammates in the next round, if he wants to be able to do so, he needs to keep that hold of that Kevlar and helmet. So life has been made very difficult for Liquid indeed. Vega looking quite strong for that 11-4, which is kind of insane to think about it. Again, it really felt like Liquid was starting to show a really good adjustment as to how to deal with the T side of Vega. Playing really passive, not offering anything up to Vega's initial aggressions. And then as time went on, Vega adjusted. They showed really good set pieces to deal with that. And the team play and execution into those set pieces was very good. And that's something that Liquid are usually very good at defending against. So Vega on the cusp of something here. On the cusp of a great half at the very least.
Fantastic half for Vega Squadron. They're putting Liquid in a position where they will be dependent on the on the pistol round. A kill at the end there from Zeus, but it matters not to Vega Squadron. It's
Why is he
inconsequential.
So good with the CZ James?
just CZ for this, or let's see. There we go. French gun for Zeus, and loads of grenades for everyone. But will it be enough for Team Liquid? Vega Squadron seem to be 5 steps ahead at the moment. And they're 6 rounds ahead as well, looking for a 7th.
Aggression on Banana, expected, standard. That's how it goes. Liquid looking to expend a lot of grenades here, but the question is, who actually is able to extract value from these grenades? Nitro, does he want to double down here, or are they happy to just hold further back? There's a forward smoke to keep more control, force more grenades from Vega as they look to try to take Banana away from Team Liquid. But again, 1 minute 20, almost all the utility from Liquid expended at this point, and that is a big win for Vega, considering that they have yet to lose any players, and they still have a good selection of smoke grenades themselves.
Smoke on Arch, forcing JDM back into the Arch position. So Liquid, this is textbook stuff from Vega Squadron. They're forcing the CTs away from top mid, so the CTs don't have information as to where the Ts are. It's a risk for the CTs to go back. If they were to go back up there, they'd see no one's there, and maybe put a third person over towards B, but because they can't do that, Kashanda's top mid enjoying life, and it's going to be a 4-on-2 on the B bomb side.
Well, a bit of a retake setup, both playing towards the CT side of things. Nitro boosted up. Let's see if he can do something here. One, oh my god, 2 as he drops down, eventually traded out there. But there is still a chance here for Liquid. They have a man advantage. They don't have much in the way of grenades, but it's a 2 versus 3. But JR on the orb on the post plant, that is something that's very scary. If JR is able to be good here, surely there's no chance for Liquid. JDM, there's a lot he needs to do to best JR in this situation. Can they bait for him? Going for the peek. There's the bait. JDM takes the angle. JR now known. JDM's holding this. It's a big risk for JR to peek this with nothing. Oh, he understands. He's able to somehow juke, but does get connected with, and now it's on him. And he's got no health to do this with.
Oh, they're lining up. If he hit 1, he might have hit 2. That's a great one from JR. He's got 2 more to find, though. They're not on the bomb. JR's going nuclear, but he can't get the last frag. Twist has a kit and just about survives. Oh, does he? Oh, no, he's done enough. That's ridiculous.
I don't believe that. Oh my god, that's got to feel so awful for Team Liquid.
What is the science behind that?
I just do not understand. That is like a Simples or Kenny-esque type orb display. That no scope.
It's a JR display. The man's a beast.
Oh, what a god. Look at this situation. He's got 4 HP.
Oh, it was a no-scope. It was a no-scope, Dan.
Exactly. Exactly. Unreal.
Oh, man. It's like, yeah, we made it, boys. We made it. Oh, no. Can't believe JR's done this. 11 rounds for Vega Squadron, and you see that.
Oh, my God.
Mind-crushing display from JR. That's psychological warfare. AWP, who needs scopes?
That is very hard to swallow a play like that from JR. That's so disgusting. 11-4 from Vega. I mean, we saw we already saw an insane comeback from QB5 earlier today against Mousesports. You know, we can't count a team like Team Liquid out of this situation, but it's definitely a very hard fight back in this. And it all starts with a pistol, of course. So let's see what they've got. They've got to get that mental reset in. JDM's the first man up. Banana looks like they're going to keep things simple. They're going to keep things very fast-paced. Through the smoke, perhaps. Bit of dilly-dallying around it, and that's not what you want to see if you're Chopper. Great entries, 3 quick kills, and Team Liquid have the side.
That was some extremely bizarre jumping from JDM, but for whatever reason it worked and he's still alive. 5 versus 2 as Kashanda and never mind Kashanda, it's just Hut G now. 1 versus 5, he's got the USP, but the numbers game is too great. 5-man on the road for Team Liquid. The flashbangs are here, not a single one will go down. An angry Team Liquid taking the pistol round.
This is amazing. This is almost like it reminds me of like an RTS game, like attack moving just a squad into a location, because Liquid were just all joined at the hip for the entire push, just all 5 players in every single engagement. Very intimidating stuff. Now Vega Squadron, are they going to spend all the money? Looks like they will. They're going to, apart from JR, they'll actually go for the full force buy. And to be fair, there's a lot of justifications, although it can cripple your first buy rounds insofar as utility is concerned. The angles you can play with on this map can be very favorable, but maybe that one's not. Nice double nade from Team Liquid. That's going to give them an early kill.
You have to respect the timing of those grenades as well. I don't feel like they were the grenades thrown as fast as they can. That's 1 man blasted into space. 4 Vega Squadron players remaining. some shock trivia while there's some downtime. When I was diving in Fiji, the guys gave me a bull shark tooth, which actually has serrated edges. I cut my finger just holding the tooth. It's pretty crazy stuff. Those things are built like cars, but with tails instead of wheels. So let's see what Vega Squadron choose to do. I mean, this is a very dangerous buy. They've banked on the site, they've banked on the wrong site. Do they remain in position? Hachi's been spotted by the well, and he won't be climbing out anytime soon. Mir, Kashanda and Chopper being surrounded now, but Nitro's got to be careful because he could give up an AK-47 in this position, but his aim's pretty damn good, and surely Kashanda does not escape with this. ELEAGUE, JDM, Twist and Zeus, the net is closing in. It's like the last episode of The Wire.
Oh, no bullets. Okay, there we go. That's really important that Liquid are able to hunt down those kills because, you know, again, Vega Squadron could have taken the armors into the next round and done a lot of damage, so they've gotten rid of that possibility. This is always a scary one, and now they get to do as Vega did on their T side and then just rack up some cash. You know, it's just USPs to fight against.
More shark trivia, since there's a river, I suppose. Bull sharks like to give birth in, I think, freshwater streams. So the most aggressive type of shark may be floating past you as you put a padlock on a bridge with your sweetheart, with your darling. Mir and JR will soon be gone. They won't be with us much longer. Oh, actually, hold on a second. How have 3 people for Team Liquid died? JR is not close to a gun, but the thing is, it's super weird because if Twist is by the guns, he's not really in a position to try and dispose of them because he's on his own and he's got the bomb. JDM has secured safe passage for the time being, but now does JDM go back towards the B site or does he try to protect one of these guns? If JR can collect a gun, he can buy in the next round regardless, 1 versus 2. Does he go for it?
All the bodies. There we go, lovely stuff. Gets a Molotov, a smoke grenade as well. Fortunately, you can't pick up the Kevlars or the helmets. Looking for some damage here. Ooh, gets spotted there. And a good effort from JR. Obviously, they have enough money to full buy, so just trying to maximize that damage indeed. And Vega, that lead is slowly disintegrating. This will give Liquid a lot of rounds to play with, a lot of confidence. Because as he was talking about, I think he said something about rushing halls there.
I thought I heard him say boiler rush halls.
Yeah.
We will see. For those of you on GoTV, for the second half, I'm definitely choosing JR. I mean, yes, he had a good performance and some highlight frags on the previous half, but as an aggressive C to your part, it's really fun to watch. I wouldn't say try this at home, but definitely fun to watch. And Vega will start with 3 people in the B bomb site. Extra man there to deploy the initial grenades, which the other 2 can replenish since they remain. So there we go. Liquid, 5-man on road, top mid, going straight through the smoke, are they? Yes, they are. No pop flash because everyone's too close, and Kashanda gets 1 kill, 2, and there's almost unanswered. But finally, ELEAGUE will trade, but Mir is there immediately, leaving Nitro and Twist. Hachi taken down. And there's Mir picked off. JR is on the arch position already. Will the smoke bloom fast enough? The flashbang is good. And there's the smoke grenade. Comes in afterwards. And now JR tries to run distraction. And maybe he'll entertain both people as Chopper creeps in short.
This is really huge right now, but Chopper discovered Twist, understood what JR was trying to do, trying to make that distraction. And I like that JR did throw a forward smoke there in anticipation, but again, unable to make any plays happen. Twist really saving the day with that 3K. It was going so badly for the team until that point. Liquid steal away the rounds, but JR will keep the AWP, and the loss bonus is accruing for Vega. They'll be up to 4 now, which is $2,900, although that will have them unable to buy properly. So I would presume that maybe we'll see a few pistols to play with the AWP of JR. I think a buy would be just very misinformed at this point. I hope we don't see that. A full buy, that is. As we can see, around $3,000 on most players.
So that was an interesting play from Team Liquid. When you've got possession of apartments and you've got people top mid and there's a smoke, often you'll see a T at the bottom of mid throw a pop flash through the smoke so they can burst from both places at the same time. But they made a raw play through the smoke, no flashbangs, and it cost them a few personnel. But yes, they did come out on top. And all of a sudden, Vega's strong first half seems to have disintegrated, and Liquid are closing on them pretty damn quickly.
Indeed they are, and again they got all this experience to play off of, and it's really, you know, Vega, where you would expect that any mental pressures, they would be more susceptible to things like that. Now, let's see what they can do with JR and the AWP, and that's really the thing for Liquid to worry about the most. They know JR's got an AWP, they know he saved it from the previous round, and here's the boost. Very cute stuff, not a massive play, but it's something that couldn't work out, but unable to connect the shot. It's a hard one. Twist though, in for Rude Awakening. Nicely done here. The trade comes in from ELEAGUE, but he knows there's one more player around the corner. Kishanda has collected an AK-47. He has Kevlar as well. Oh, there's the frag onto ELEAGUE. Catches him doubling back, and now this is the problem. Liquid forced to move up towards Arch.
Zeus in the Arch position, JDM holding an angle maybe towards Library. A smoke has gone down. Does JR see anything? He doesn't anymore. I don't know if the bomb's on his radar or what he can do. Nitro's managed to make his way up mid and joined his teammates on Arch as well. Zeus apart mid position. Chopper doesn't know what's going on, making his way towards B. That leaves Mir alone top mid. They're really confused right now, Vega Squadron. You can only assume that they haven't seen the bomb, but they are on pistols and weapons will be collected. Again, it's a full buy next round, so at this point I think Mir and Chopper have to go for it. Chopper's rotation is probably going to be very unexpected if he makes his way from Library, but can Mir run a distraction in the meantime?
Yeah, get some extra damage, and at the very least Nitro on the angle though. There's the peak. Need a quick headshot from Mir. He's trying to go for the one tap, but it's not really happening. Nitro's very smart here, and he knows he doesn't have to take the engagement. Time is really the biggest enemy of Vega Squadron here, although they also have 3 players to try to frag, so that's also quite a challenge in of itself also. And so I enjoyed the fact that Nitro, as confident as a player as he is, he also is a player that makes smart decisions, and we see that there. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Gets the kill onto Zeus, keeps the AK. Brilliant. Always nice having the AK on the CT side.
Bonus money. Well then, the deficit is now 2 Liquid, paying off the repo man. Almost there now. Vega Squadron on the buy once again with a bonus AK in tow. JR on the AWP once more. And he's got an average spawn, but he's heading towards the B bomb site. Liquid actually have really good spawns to get some deep flashes up Banana. So I'm curious as to what they'll choose to do. There's Nitro with the initial grenades, but not going to overcommit. They'll be at the bottom, and Chopper's going straight through, and they're completely blind Team Liquid, but no one will be taken out immediately. Zeus has taken some damage, but I think it's fair to say Vega Squadron firmly have Banana for now.
Yeah, but Liquid, they have opted to play it really slow, and as they're taking apps control, they're waiting for all those initial grenades to sort of go away. They've actually held on to almost all of their grenades. So Liquid are going to be in a situation where they have a very big utility advantage, and they'll know this. Will Vega be able to avoid getting picked off here? JDM making a play with the orb from balcony, from the apartments. Again, it's can be quite scary. It's not something that you'll do every round, so it can catch the CT players off guard sometimes. Liquid, no presence towards Banana. Vega don't know what's going on. They're actually rotating JR back towards Banana at the moment. Vega really seem to be in the dark, and Liquid could pounce, could spring onto this A side at any moment, and that would be very troublesome for Vega.
Kishanda and Hutchie in the site. Mir about to rotate just as the push starts to come in, but they're coming in from short, and Mir's on Arch. Hutchie and Kishanda delivering for the time being. Really buying time for the team as well, but there they go. CT's on the Arch position, but the T's outnumber them. Down goes the Molotov, down goes the bomb plant. JDM holding angles already, not exposed to the Arch position. They take out the player top mid, but no! It'll be a trade, Chopper, 1 versus 2. Maybe trying to fake the def cam, make them look towards Arch. But Zeus has the angle on short, and ELEAGUE has the crossfire for him. So it seems they're pretty comfortable for the time being, Liquid, and Chopper's made his way onto the high ground. Will that be a master stroke from the man? Is Zeus at all exposed? Doesn't look like it. But can he get a frag? Looking away, and ELEAGUE looks at the right time. Not holding the angle all the time, but popping out every so often. And you see the advantage that offers ELEAGUE in that duel. 1 round now between these 2 sides.
Looking really good for Liquid. There's been lots of like sticky positions Liquid have found themselves in, but they are able to really fight back with individual skill. Like this peek from ELEAGUE here just instantly kills me. But this was a round where honestly, Vega had a lot of problems, and the problem was they had no idea what Liquid were doing, despite having like rotated a player towards A. They had 4 and 8, which was the right call, but then they doubted it for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why that was, but I think that ended up really costing them heavily. If they had 4 players just sat on the site like they initially planned to do, they would have been probably all right, or at least with a better chance. Either way, Liquid looking very strong, and Vega having to play these 3 Pamas. That's not what you want to see if you are a Vega fan.
So mid deployed initial grenades towards B, rotated back towards A, and has now gone back towards B once more, joining Chopper and JR. So Mid's the rotation man for Vega Squadron, and now he seems to be heading back towards the A site once again. So it's very curious. Mir actually has a smoke, so I do wonder what he was, maybe the high explosive earlier on. Now Archer's been smoked. Kashanda playing on the side. He's got Hutchie in the crossfire, but there's a minute on the clock for Team Liquid. They've got some Molotovs, some smoke grenades, and there are 2 flashes as well for Team Liquid, so they can offer and execute later on. JR's in an aggressive position on Banana, and JDM is looking for some info, and I don't think he'll get the info he wants. Oh, will he? Some revenge from JDM doing to JR what was done to him in the first half, but is it enough? There's space to rotate. The CTs are rotating. Elite trying to make a play in the smoke in the arch position. Which way is the bomb headed though? Chopper now is on the B position, and there's 24 seconds left. Almost a 2-man spray down, but somehow he doesn't get anything out of that.
Oh, that had to be at least a kill. It was nothing. So many opportunities here for Vega to get frags, but they were unable to do so. It feels like they're starting to crumble. They're starting to fall apart a little bit. They need to regather themselves. I wonder if we'll see a timeout soon for Vega.
The reef is dying, Dan. There's too much plastic in the sea, and they're choking.
It's not a good look, is it?
On a carrier bag.
Well, what's the answer for Vega here? The problem is that their money kind of sucks. They spent everything. They do have the max loss bonus, but they need a half-buy rounds. If they survive with these 2 guns, they can, Hutchie and Kashana can drop, and then one player can play with the CZ, and they can go max utility, or they can have a player buying a UP instead of the CZ and have slightly less utility. These are the options that they have if they want to go for a buy with these guns. But if they sort of just half-buy...
Oh, boy.
Then they can have a full buy in the following round with an AWP. That's probably more favorable, really.
He started spraying above the head, brought the crosshair down. I'd say the first 7 bullets are good for a straight line upwards with the A4. But by that time, it was too late. That is pressure right there.
Yeah.
That is pressure. It's very rarely you see these players do something like that. Very rarely indeed. A tactical timeout from Vega Squadron at the moment. It is soon to expire. And if they buy around what they have in this round, the problem is that JR won't have an AWP. And I think they need JR on that AWP. So, the sniper rifle for those of you who are newer viewers. So they will just have the light buy. It's the buy between the buys, as I like to call it, when you're at maximum loss bonus. You're just buying some random crap, basically, waiting for your big buy to come in. But this is still a dangerous round for Team Liquid. So we will have to see what their approach is. Maybe best to assume, if you are Team Liquid, that it is a buy. You hear the call, rushing Banana, or at least we heard it. So let's see how Team Liquid react to that. They're choked off from Banana for the time being, but again, time is on their side.
Yeah, and as you say, it is a round where Liquid can't afford to drop the ball. I like that Vega did go for the half buy. I think this is the smartest call. Some teams, they make bad decisions with their economy due to the pressure. Get a bit carried away. Now, Liquid slowly but surely just trying to edge into some map control, get some vision. Top mid is one of the prime objectives. At least Jiggle peeking his way forwards for that. And seeing if they can hear anything. But Vega not giving a peep to Liquid at the moment. And Liquid are just holding 50 seconds. Now, they must be cautious not to burn too much of the clock here. We've all seen it before. When that clock runs too low against pistols, all of a sudden, things get weird very quickly.
Yeah.
35 seconds left.
They're not really identifying where these CTs are, and I start to get worried. If you're a Liquid fan, look away from your screens now. Chopper is at the bottom of mid, and he's spotted ELEAGUE taking some shots. ELEAGUE getting trapped there for the time being. 20 seconds, nowhere near the site. There are 3 CTs alive around A. 18 seconds, 2 more CTs on A to deal with, and there is the Venom advantage. The bomb's on the floor, and Vega Squadron have won the round. I hope you weren't watching, because that was absolutely brutal.
Oh no, James. You see, this is one of those rounds that you see it happen way too often. The team playing against the half buy, they just take too much time. They give it too much respect. They don't use their utility enough to pressure positions around the map early on. They played too scared. If you play too scared, you get punished in Counter-Strike, and Vega with an unexpected victory, and that's going to be a massive boon to their economy because they pick up a bunch of guns, and again, they were saving anyway. So now they're in this position where if they maybe lose a round but can save a player or two, they have another buy round. This is a big, big difference to what would have happened if Liquid just crushed them in this round.
Call the maid, turn on the incinerator, the sheets have been soiled. Liquid will still have a buy, but they have gifted Vega Squadron a lead. Oh man. Well, here we go. Liquid now. Money's been absolutely wrecked. If they lose this round, then they are going to be in a desperate situation. Opportunity knocks for Vega Squadron. Again, the loser of this match is out of the major. They are sent packing. Security will be called.
JR looking for some cheeky peeks there at the start of the round, and 3 players still occupying top banana for Vega Squadron. Looking to get really as much damage as they can in here. Trying to push with Chopper. They want to take those deep positions, clear it out. Another deep smoke here. And these positions are really interesting because, again, the T side, they're forced to make the decision. Do they just play into the hands of the CTs and go in towards A? Or do they try to challenge and retake that banana control to make the CTs' lives harder? These are 2 distinct decisions with how to play the round, and looks like they'll go with the latter, and I think that's the smarter one, but they'll have JR to contest with. He's got a nice elevated position as well.
The thing is, there are only 2 flashbangs here for Liquid, and if you want to retake this position, you would normally throw one from the stairs, but Liquid have one that's effective. 1 flashbang left. Are they going all the way with this push? Do they have a read as to the setup? Someone might have to just take one in the chest for the rest of the team. Who's it going to be? It might be Twist. I don't know what the idea of that smoke was. I think it just messed up. That must have been a smoke for CT. Talk about pressure. How do you mess that smoke up? They're all stuck on banana now. They've got no map control. There are 25 seconds. JR's bought so much time for his team, and he's wrecking them again.
2 frags is enough. Well, maybe it is. The delay was enough. Chopper's into position. Gets one. He is traded out by Twist, though, but it's just Twist and Nitro, the dynamic duo of Team Liquid, to hold on to this very crucial round. Their money is broken if they lose this one. They absolutely must win this round. Another frag for Twist. Esmir and Hutchie are the remainder for Vega Squadron as they press further onto the bomb site. Oh, Nitro, nice tap there. Really nice movement. Onto the next frag. Twist delivers the finish on Tamir, and Liquid somehow find their way out of a horrible situation of their own making.
What in the blazes was that from Nitro? What was that? That's ridiculous. How does he even see the person there? Oh, Twist, talk about pressure. It's so good that he got the multi-frag towards the end there. I think he needs that because clearly the nerves are completely fraught on Team Liquid at the moment. They need a breather, they need a pat on the back, maybe a cuddle from somebody's mum. Nitro, how do you react that fast?
So clean. Yeah, Nitro's been bringing another level into this tournament, and 12 to 12. Look what it's done to Vega Squadron's money situation. They do have an AWP there onto JR, but everybody else, the situation's not ideal. Kashano and Chopper at the very least have M4s, but look at the forward positions here. They know they have to take risks. The setup for Vega Squadron, and it's now been discovered, and Hutchie in so much trouble. You can see that he's been spotted, and the push comes in from top mid, and he gets pinched. JR now. Ooh, JR might get a frag. Nice by JR as the push comes in. Mir and Kashanda. Oh my god, everyone's dead just like that. What on earth happens? Everyone crushed. Vega Squadron somehow getting back into the lead again.
What is this match?
It's getting weird now, James. We've entered the Twilight Zone. Everyone is struggling.
The bait set up. They're lining up for Kashanda. The cluster bomb top mid, finishing off with the pistols, the CZ coming out on a teammate, and Team Liquid have to take a breather.
Honestly, it was really cool that Vega Squadron had that sort of gamble play, but it wasn't just the sort of Mir and Mir and JR playing in the apps. It was because obviously we see that position from Mir, and we're like, okay, he's been spotted. Now the top mid push comes in, they easily just get the kill on him, and he's just completely obliterating that position. They completely outplay him by pushing mid. That's the right call from Liquid. But because it was a 4-man setup, 2 from Arch as well, that makes things a bit different. So a nice setup there from Vega to really double down on that early aggression in the apartments. And now Liquid have hard decisions to make. Again, the loser of this match is eliminated from the Boston Major. No playoffs for you if you're eliminated from this match.
Team Liquid in a very difficult spot. I can't imagine how the fans are feeling at the moment. But you can't say it's not entertaining. This is absolute madness. Vega Squadron, will this be another scalp? Will it be another skull on their shelf to join the likes of NIP? JR blind once again. The charge comes in from Team Liquid. Great reaction grenades from Vega Squadron, shutting down the push. It would be suicide for Liquid to go through this carpet of flames. Team Liquid versus Dormammu on Banana at the moment.
And the power of fire. We'll see them back away from Banana though eventually. The bombers are actually hanging around. Vega Squadron did sustain a lot of damage there to try to get those frags. They did only get one. Again, Nitro going for the classic Deagle peaks with the counter strafing. Now, back to Banana for Team Liquid. We do have some weakened players there. Chopper and JR. Previously tagged down quite low, maybe an opportunity. However, assistance on the way. Mir has rotated through Speedway, and he's done so in the nick of time because the push is about to come in. He's got the pop flash for Paul. It's a very, very strong pop flash as the rush comes in. There is the contact. Liquid need this.
There's the flashbang. Chopper gets some extra time to take some extra heads. Almost shooting his teammate, but it goes down from somebody else. Now it's ELEAGUE left in a 1 versus 3. Draws for the AK, but can't draw fast enough even. And there we go. Round number 14 for Vega Squadron. Maybe an inevitable one. Now it's buy time for Team Liquid.
Ooh, with that ace, Chopper's right up there. He's broken 20 frags. Like a kid in a candy shop. It's like, which do I choose? Well, it's good to see that Chopper's back into the action. We know that he's been a key player for Vega Squadron. Kashanda's been having a great game as well as JR also. Now 14 to 12. So close now. Vega Squadron can taste victory, but it is far away still. Zeus again on the CZ, sacrificing himself for his teammates. He doesn't even have Kevlar, James. That's how much he's sacrificed.
Vega Squadron can smell the bread, Dan. But they're not yet in the bakery. But they're not far away. JR back in business. Again, you can flash for this position. Wow. JDM maybe expecting that one, but not expecting to die, perhaps. But die he has. Chopper going deep on Banana. Will he be brazen enough to flank as well? JR continues to fire warning shots, and that will ward Liquid away. 1 minute mark, and they may try to re-establish control of Banana, because it's all too obvious that they'd be going to A at this point. But I think the smoke has just been replenished towards Banana.
But there is a potential problem here. They're all rotating to A, but Chopper's playing aggressive here. If he goes down, it could be an issue, but he realizes just that. Gets the frag, backs away, and now Team Liquid are in even more of a desperate spot. They know the flanking presence is there. That is a big threat. They have to push into A. They know there's likely 4 players here. It's all against them. Nice opener from Twist, as we have Zeus on that AWP as well. Mir waiting for the time to strike the crossfire. Potentially in play here between Hutchie and Mir, as Mir gets to cover his teammate. Beautiful stuff there. Mir is absolutely precise on the M4, and 15 rounds for Vega. Liquid, we might see them going home very soon, James.
That's why I said, is Chopper brazen enough? I almost knew he was going to do something that ridiculous, and while Vega Squadron just hold their angles, the full rotation is coming in. Liquid have no idea, but they're surrounded, and Mir sends them all into space. Match point Vega Squadron. Are Liquid about to go home? Down to pistols, a UMP on ELEAGUE, loads of grenades. If they've got an execute, they've got the tools with which to do it, but their aim better be on point.
And JR's changed position as well. Ooh, that's a close shot, but not going to connect that one just yet. Twist now in the apartments, joined by his teammates ELEAGUE and JDM. Big presence towards A coming in from Team Liquid. Vega Squadron as well. Actually, they will have Mir running backwards and forwards between A and B. Just constantly running backwards and forwards. Very little information for Vega, but they know that they don't have to do anything special here. They just have to rely on their setups. That's all they need.
Here comes the push, maybe the last one from Team Liquid. Preemptive fire from Hachi, doing great damage, but no frag. The bomb's being dropped, JDM's on the floor. Kashanda doing damage, the crossfire's there. How can they react to all this Team Liquid? It's down to ELEAGUE and Nitro, 2 versus 4. Desperate P frags coming in from ELEAGUE, making a 2-on-3. There's still a minute on the clock here. Grenade doing big damage, but Nitro is completely exposed. ELEAGUE 12 HP, blind, flashbang, CTs, guns everywhere. Trained on him, and it's Mir to finish things off. Who better than Mir in that game? Vega Squadron 12-16. Team Liquid are out of the major.
Oh my god, what a situation for Team Liquid. They played their hearts out. They really did. They made it look like they were an actual full lineup throughout this tournament. Of course, maybe not the level you would quite expect.